Chelsea didn't need Kukurea. 70 million is too much for Fofana. And Aubameyang is trouble. Thomas Chelsea, Papa na to Chicago. Grimswitness. Minim say only no ebeya adwea. Na I say player own here no kra. Kukurea akokofana ba Chelsea. I feel Aubameyang. Ni ma ono akum ni do still oda hukum. Ebeboa Chelsea. No asan ko 70 million pound agu ewo Wesley Fofana.
You know.
Yeah. Na all predodo.
On pre.
Yeah.
Obi obeka or prebiano. I disagree. Moreover, if you are raising concern about the amount of money I was spending on the Cocoyera and then Abranti FN Wesley Fofana, I'm for it. But the current market is saying this here. How many players now being on in 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50? Age a factor. Country credit per free in the free factor. The number of years a will play and a contract a factor. Team of free move a factor. Into Genoa, let's pick these players one on one. So for Pity say Cocoyera, 1, he's a Spanish international. 2, he's a young player who played for the Spanish Olympics team. Again, so can one of the talent factory or can one of the teams and say how much say production line in the Premier League. Team of players free ho and coach ni improve players no you are talking of Brighton. Into Jessica Tottenham Hotspur de kofa Bisuma. Enro yanka Liverpool the 41 e kwa kofa Mos Salcido. Everton for kofa Liam Mopé. And now it was Cocoyera. Again, yensan hwe competition no between Manchester City and then Chelsea. Into obviously Sikane because I agree Sikane so. But you know, in the transfer market, say and saying a bonnet here. Now, on the issue of Chelsea here and not Chelsea here, no. 1. So we from a left wing back when you decide to go in for a 3-back. Benchy were last season we pry, but this season we are back. Again, Marcos Alonso on the foot of play on the same platform, Coquera is not a better player than Marcos Alonso. But player no person free Chelsea. And he wanted to move on.
Yeah.
Ben Chilwell and so you know you are not too sure of his situation this particular season. Moreover, if you want to go the 3-back system, Coquera is fit to be part of the 3-back players as a centre back. Until last season, out of the 31 games played, about 9 times as a centre back. Until again, compare with full Barcelona per your tactical scheme, general strategically. He fit in as a left wing back. He fit in as a left full back. He fit in as a left center back. So upon all your left-footed players, he is the only player who providing options. Who is a versatile among? Chelsea. Now you talk about Wesley Fofana. So who players are not Chelsea air par? You know all those players Chelsea in Sanka. A long time target of use Conde. Echo joining Barcelona. It is not because of money. He decided to choose Barcelona based on Insema and Laporte and Javi and Matthew Alemany in the car. You can't blame Todd Bowley for that. The next player on board was Mattia Delete. Chelsea fly Echo share Rafaela Pimenta in Italy. At the end of it all, Abrante choose Bayern Munich over Team FN Chelsea. You know, you can't blame Todd Bowley for this particular one. Now, my last screen here, Bem, Chelsea need a meeting in London. At the end of it all, Pepe Morata money. What is the situation of the guy now? He is still Inter Milan. Do you blame Todd Bowley for this? No. Wesley Fofana is not an exceptional centre back. He's a young player. Our Leicester team who are more able so any hoping. So Baba Johnny Chelsea. Obet me a there from Thiago Silva, Cesar has played a quarter, and then Abrantia. Your friend Khalid Koulibaly. Abrante na express ye. Say ono ebu ampanim for dia to ne so no. On deserve sa abon. But we are no asan atnachi no ahwe say Abrante no free hen. He comes from France. And have you checked the amount of money teams spend on French players? Paul Pogba, hwe Thomas Lemar, hwe Nabil Fekir, hwe Tiemu Bakayoko, hwe Osman Dembele, hwe Abranti Efeno, Osman Dembele nso. All these French stars, teams need to have a lot. And on the call for these players. Inti I agree, ya can wa so far for fun. It should be around 30, 35, 20, 25, and also because of his level. But the guy expressed to play for Chelsea. Chelsea need a young centre back to be part of their three back because as play quarter any centre back or a makeshift and he has been converted to play as a centre back. You cannot rely on Chaluba and expansively. If you want to compete in the Premier League, say you need options. In the Manchester City, almost started, let's say, Laporte and then Ruben Diaz. Who are the centre backs on the bench? Omo John Stones, Omo Nathan Ake, Omo Manuel Akanji. And you want to compete this team with only one option on the bench? No. Who is Chaluba? Who is Malansa Derby? Because South Manchester City backliner, Omo started for their national teams. John Stones is a starter for the English national team. For Bichama Nola Kanjia, he's the main centre back for the Swiss national team. Nathaniel Ake, he is part of the three back of Julian Timber, Virgil van Dijk, and then Nathaniel Ake for the Dutch national team. Inti Manchester City for now, or be the measuring rod, no. All their backups are national team materials. Inti you pass out the Chaluba and Malansa be competing, no. So I agree, see can it be a higher song, but Chelsea need those players to be competitive. Inti said, Graham Souness a real concern about these signings. The defense, I disagree. Now let me come to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So she Aubameyang. Now, she Chelsea team ni nyine. Ofa Raheem Sterling. Now ofa Christian Pulisic. Now ofa Kai Havertz. And probably if you want to stick to the plan and how our coach your friend Thomas Tuchel setting the team now. Can score is now up front. Kai Havertz and probably Raheem Sterling. And Ranti Muminu and a lead line. I agree, Aubameyang nyani issued with Arsenal. But, and you must sign abroad Johnny FC Barcelona. In the last minute, we are normal issues. I'm move from the Fiakwako hotel. But is he a quality material? Yes. Will he add up to the Chelsea team? Yes. Will he give them options? Yes. Will he give them goals? Yes. Is he proven? Yes. It is a Manchester City for one day. How long ever? Se Arsenal found the Jesus eba. Se Liverpool the Darwin Nunes eba. Se Manchester United the Cristiano Ronaldo ba. Se Tottenham Hotspur the Hurricane ba. Chelsea should go in for this player because he belongs to the same class. He is a proven goal scorer from France, Germany, and then England as well. Of course, Spain within a short stint, you know the performance of them at Barcelona. Until I agree with all those troubles, you can psych him. He only need to be ready to play, and no one Aubameyang in your team. It's not a perfect addition. He's a top quality and he's proven. It is a Chelsea who problem and why Graham Souness also raise concern about these particular signs. You can raise concern about the money, but in terms of the individuals, I disagree. The only player Chelsea fan American was so Chelsea choose Zakaria over Atamelo, or because Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach to Juventus, only player who be. But on the other side, they are only looking for a backup. Into more here say, Kovacic here fit, Kante here fit, Jorginho here fitter. They will start to, and out of these, say Zakaria at the bench, no, because he's not close to any of them. And so on that aspect, in terms of the options or the more, I'll go in for this particular deal. But in all, I feel set Todd Bowley, I decent work. Can be also what to Chicago until those players fail to live up. And within the transfer market now, and only a boy will be adding his KJ. So we are lucky. Now, we are 20 phone be no fan. So we are lucky. Even Douglas Lewis and the contract attacker 1 year crash. Asking the 3 bid, all those bids were rejected. I don't see anything wrong with these signings, and perfectly. If you look at your competitors, Manchester United or Harry Maguire sitting on the bench of Ewomu team, or more look Shaw at the bench, Omo Wan-Bissaka to bench. Omo Fred to bench. Omo Cristiano Ronaldo to bench. Look at the options at Manchester United the war. Maka Manchester City there. She Liverpool, even in the absence of Naby Keita and then Thiago Alcantara, Kofa Ataba. Joe Gomez and Nansan Obon, they have Konate Matip on the bench. Into teams now no more playing and they have options. When they are playing, they have Diego Jota, Roberto Firmino on the bench. If they are playing Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, and Luis Diaz. Naby Keita is an international player for Guinea. Roberto Firmino is a player for Brazil. Matip and Nsem Cameroon Kobebo and Konate had been considered several call-ups in the French national team. Into Genoa, we have options. Richarlison, Tottenham Hotspur signing, signing. Has he started the game for Tottenham Hotspur? No. Overcut Antonio Conte to Sikaguana? No. Because he's a quality player, and the moment he comes on, he gives them an option. In the outside foot pass or the man, Hurricane the ball towards them. Into Genoa in the Premier League. If you want to compete, you need options before you can compete. So they even players pay in a park and so now for under 20 one who are top 6 cry, you not be part because the competition is keen and it's keenly contested. And if you want to be part, you know, options. And then I'm asking Omokofa Danilo from Palmeiras, Omokofa Douglas Luiz because they are missing their key men in Thomas Partey and the option who is Mohamed Elneny is not available. Even Lukonga and the Granada Jaka still are enough master. Almost some of the gentlemen could be back in middle, no more the current in your left. It's Genoa. In the Premier League, it is not the Spanish La Liga where you can relax, depend on your La Masia, now the few additions I can. And even with the Barcelona setup, look at the options they have. Should the Real Madrid team look at the options they have? You need options. And so what me are competing because they do see in negotiating careful no, would December, you know, engines beba. Cars beba, a lot of issues beba, and you need options. And so what me are competing. For me, Todd Bowley have done a decent work within the transfer market. See, can so strong. Oh, for 20, 30 cover player or idea. And these English clubs are very lazy. Into a moon cost out America bill and cover talent in Fanema. And even in South America now, so also connect cover talent to Nimbo de Naba. Arsenal could be there for 20 million for Danilo. Palmeiras rejected. 20 million pounds for a player who plays in the Brasileiro. Genoa, the bid was rejected. Into here Sika and a Genoa, what they are competing in the market, and you need materials, you need options, and so what you are competing.
Kakrebi Todd Bowley, does he do it alone?
That was where I was interested in.
Yeah.
Say, Grimson is in
Grimson
is in how would Todd Bowley ever kofa Kukuyera without the approval and the consent of the manager of the team, Thomas Tuchel, to Chelsea here Kukuyera. And Papa na and the transfer and the Okokoto players. Obama young Chelsea, who's team somewhere Thomas Tuchel can. On any year, Juma or Borussia Dortmund. He's a professional player. Or any training, 1-2 training muda. Obama young him no. Or just say. And some of Kafano clearly you could see that or not necessarily on Kofana. And se player be no who here say Chelsea Kofana. Nico has somebody blame the matter Bowley alone. This is opinion about the top team were free. A great person like Roman Abramovich what build what we call the Roman Empire. And the bid now no they copy Chelsea no catch we are seeing say he will invest so and so amount of money into the team. And my dream says, I applauded Todd Bowley. Say season transfer window he close ye. And now apart from Sika or what time they got Chelsea nechino. Or when I saw time Sika Kessi are spending most on the market, a breaking record. Say one particular season. Or must spend it so huge above everybody. Yes, I doesn't be a players ni be a then no. I think then you look at the manager and the kind of signings. Because why not sign Pep Guardiola? I could the signing of Jack Grealish. I could the signing of Erling Haaland. And I say, why not sign Antonio Conte? I could blame Daniel Levy for signing or say Richarlison. And I say whatever. It's sometimes the kind of.
It is a place. The man from Pep players now. Now some fools anybody. Blame though. As a call.
The manager.
Yes.
Judging Club is taking the credit for some of these signings. obi abɔ mpanyinfoɔ ni din mpanyinfoɔ no deɛ ɔmo deɛ ne bɛm ɔmo make sika available ana ɔmo make sika available anaasɛ deɛ na coach ne pɛ no ɔmo tumi nyaayɛ anaa ɔmo ntumi anya but say player no ɔnhia team ne nhia no na nkeni kwan sɛ team ne fa ne deɛ they would have to put the blame on the manager because the request anaasɛ the consent ɔgye tum ɛna mpanyinfoɔ no kɔpɛ they are not being fair to Todd Boehly.
ɔmo bɔ ne tiri so dodo panic buying talk to say akwala ordinary rat official
sir
oh yeah
they ain't panic buying
so kukure ɔmo say Man City or Man City alcohol no who's akwala so be good na
but is that guy good or not in the Premier League? It's not good.
He's an upgrade on all the left-sided defenders of Chelsea.
Oh yeah, sure.
One him for the hobby.
Chua fitter.
Onya de enche no.
Kukure better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially when Chelsea plays they say 3-back and you are playing.
Alonso ni ono na Barcelona tintin obekwa. Ngame hu se Kukure better than Alonso.
General Alonso offensively is very good, but defensively, my James Onru Kukuyela.
Wow.
And when he more complete than Alonso.
Me will be as a Joe no. I think say he just wanted to move on.
That's it.
But you know, signings no Premier League no Benjuel onya de enche Kukuyela. Signings no Premier League no so kote that they just not being fair to the man. Pep Guardiola got £100 million player on the bench. Nobody is talking about it because of English boy. That should be the topic of discussion. At Chelsea Omunya Day. They need these materials to compete. Pep have national team materials on the bench. Was not about Kobe Piso. Is it because he's winning? That is why nobody is discussing that. But you know, he's just a new man on the block. Coach can't be able to hear any of the players. And we've heard this coach lamenting several times. Oko American or conceded 4 against Arsenal, you know, as Ben Thomas Tukelanka. Here new signings. Here player that will be committed to play. And I think the coach, the man has given him players as coach in Ankasape. Any of these signings, Chelsea are Chelsea or Mopeni. Now, Aubameyang, coach that can say right times on in a year, out of the 96 games, he's giving him 79 goals, blah 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 blah. And the coach in the pay, and these are players are coaches in answer or more pay. And so here Kokoera, or buy games are all born United as a coach in the pen. Koulibaly coach in Mpe. Na Premier League one in your Koulibaly a Mpe. Indeed, you know, all these are good players. We can only give them time and hope certain things work out for them.
Koulibaly, what disappointing one in the 5 games now? Yeah, boss so far.
Oh, you know, he only excelled in only one game.
What disappointing?
I'm expecting something better from the wire.
Into what disappointing?
You know, I will not call it disappointment.
Now,
Still, I still believe in him.
What disappointing?
On disappointment.
Ball now, boss so far on disappointing.
That be on disappointment.
But I perform below.
Agreed.
Huh?
Yes.
Into what disappointing?
That be.
Okay. Pep Guardiola is confident that his Man City side can secure a hat-trick of Premier League titles this season, claiming his team is better equipped than when they tried to achieve the same feat in 2019-2020 season. Money papa ya adwana.
So the team way better.
Yes.
I disagree.
Yeah. Into a budget hat-trick. Or hat-trick this season.
He can win the hat-trick, but I disagree when he says
the team is a winner better.
How quickly how they concede, and I'm looking at options in general as a whole. I can't more fast to concede goals and the options in general. And in terms of individual quality, that was the time Oruno Cast and the bench they beat me at the Premier League, you know. So you compare that team of David Silva, Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, Kun Aguero to this particular setup. I think in terms of options and individual quality, Ike Gundogan, you know, old one was from Jerry. But this is a different season. This is a different competition compared to those years. And I think per the Manchester City are here in the Premier League and English football in recent times. So I'm say domestically, nobody can question them because much time in the game. So when it comes to domestic trophies, you know, few teams can match them in recent times, especially after Pep Guardiola. But last season it was that same old story. But ask yourself, Look at the number of goals they considered against Crystal Palace. Look at the number of goals they considered against Newcastle United. Is it the same old City that concede just like the current City almost concedes Anna? You know how they be. Until I think Pep or the materials to win, but there are certain errors within the team I also shame here. And you know, I disagree when he says the recent team is better. Holland is giving them options. They were team here in just 5 games. You know, it's unprecedented because none of the strikers no more than team here. Few of them let me even Aguero with 8 goals now. Also, you know, it's just been a thorn in the flesh of the defense of other teams are mobile against Manchester City. But you cannot depend on him alone. I agree. Alvarez and Soba, you know, a new player coming on board, he's scoring just for fun. Ike Gundogan is giving them options in midfield. Kevin De Bruyne, same. You who the best of Riyad Mahrez, you who the best of Jack Grealish, but again, Erling Haaland is giving them a different dimension up front. But you know, our team with the air is not better than the team in 2019-2020. No.
Wow. I'm gonna call behind Liverpool. No one to me a must be. To say Liverpool deal season. Yeah. But the hope say strength was our team we know. Dear Nebemo, I can say a better. It says on all handle team.
General, the current team potentially. We in starting level if we were. Ubetumenya Manuel Akanji, our bench. Ubetumenya Jack Grealish, our bench. Ubetumenya Bernardo Silva or Ike Gundogan on the bench. Calvin Phillips. Our bench. Calvin Phillips could start in basically every other team, apart from maybe Liverpool and probably Man City and Gaza. Because you can number 6 or more Premier League man make Calvin Phillips. My dream say it be a Fabinho, Rodri, and probably Declan Rice, and Ubebo one others be. But
Casemiro indeed.
Casemiro, of course, and probably indeed. But he's one of the best. It's all these guys on the bench. A catcher was there. And one, Pep Guardiola Nankasa has better knowledge of the Premier League now than probably he had those times. Premier League, you know, and yet ne born only players in Kwao. They be analysts figures in the BT amount for no. Ubo said November, October, no I shall see rotating the squad. Every game, no maybe rest. Game be our style or the Bebono. And I think Guardiola as an individual is also improving. So in fact, team Ekitan is here the general a very, very, very strong team, especially when the bench now. To let go Raheem Sterling, to let go Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, on him there no way.
It is a almost edgy umber the 5th club, right? I just a hat trick, yeah. Our premiership no in the 5th club. Wow.
Don't be beer, trip.
Aye. What do you do?
Don't be beer, trip.
All right. You be call leaks no more kakra ansana ana stories fufu bi o ha na
Serena story.
Before say you be call Serena and then Joyce Atta, Mrs. Joyce Atta birthday. Joyce Atta Richard Atta of Accra Hatfield. Nehire Mwa, Mrs. Joyce Atta, and then the birthday. Young wishing Mrs. Happy birthday. Pretty lady, beautiful lady. Atta. So I was saying, there's a lady behind it.
Is that one?
Yes.
Over your wedding change.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Was it last season by the way?
Okay. The Mrs. Joyce Atta, you were so happy birthday. Why? Yes. Nakopon shira on tonsio engu odwuma wo ye nyina so na endore bra.
Joyce o hwe ya ukuru na dwuma no nafo ti memma the trouble.
Yes.
Na mo ti o wase.
Yes. Ntoto ho kwa.
Let's be brave. O mo intima concentrating because of why.
Yes.
Just give him peace.
Yes. My baby no so many peace. So be able to peace.
Of course, but after this year in the year, you are made you for the first time.
Nti enko ba say bedru baby na fe na Richard Atta goalkeeper nti na bedru baby na nneoma oto no ato dive asum.
We need never tomorrow. So great. Also, went to my control. What's fear? And now he fear. and you
so good account.
You go, you know, or far back or to other
Okay. Auntie Mrs. Retinata, happy birthday. Why? My favorites. Yes. All right. Yeah, to also the Amama Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben Television live. Ewo and crime. And in Potemuna Kessben 92.9, Go TV channel 173, DSTV channel 364. On Saturday live. Ewo baby. Okay. Yeah, to also. Now, call Serena Williams. You're back to football.
Yeah, of course, General. One of my favorite tennis stars.
Yeah.
I saw one person of a friend of retirement, or friend of evolution. Or free tennis in the Muna in the near Koshenia Hudua, or Yahuajuma, the project near the Nenema, any other. But I think that, right, she's about the best female tennis star we have witnessed. Obia man. I try say Margaret Court 24 Grand Slam titles in a way you call it, but she could not. So close, yes, she could not make it. 23. But him say you can't open era now. She's the best in the open era. Because Margaret Court there now it go beyond the open era. You can't open era now from 1968. Mujitu Muze Afedie. I'm a tier of one professional boxer, professional tennis players. That is when they call the open era from 1968 coming. Okay. And from that period till now, Serena Jamaica Williams has ruled supreme.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be.
Yes.
I'm on a record.
In the open era, she's the best.
Okay.
In the open era, she's the best. 23 Grand Slams.
And easy. And why
the Wimbledon was her favorite 7 times. US Open 6 times. Aussie Open. I think Aussie Open 7 times, the Wimbledon 6 times, and we have French Open 3, 23. And General, on it, Osha doubles and singles are some near KO. It will be no in Venus. Omukambo, I think commentators need be if they want to, Chazompeso would do move or say, oh, William brothers, no matter, oh, sorry, William sisters. So powerful on the court.
Yep.
Now, I'm dressing near there, and I a man for back. A court to Serena in particular. She's endowed as a woman to a court now a man for shares and you see airborne tennis and a fake. But Bibia Washa Sibia were from 95 or 10 April till 20. So at a point in time, occurred 319 weeks as number 1. Consecutive.
Wow.
And yet easy.
Okay.
At the end of the day, at the age of 40, was I or bad day?
Oh, yeah.
But the Mube Embre, Oshe Brana or Tinisua. I think we're going to miss it. Some way, somehow, I feel she would want to make a U-turn. But me assure say, the credit to be brave money, Papa. A quite of us to training.
Yeah.
All these years, the father had been the coach, Richard Williams.
All right. Serena Williams should adopt one of the rising tennis stars to break the record she couldn't break. Orlando filmmaker Asokwa Enediwe and so Breye. Intina and so and then remember Orlando is all sorry them. Na o send adi ye na metra hanya dwuma na wo no I don't know. O kosum da bi Jamaica no ntia say me na dey mo mo nya dwuma ni. Na say wo encourage mo mo nya dwuma no. O encourage mo mo nya dwuma.
As a chance o jiwusu di say wo su wo gidie fufuro.
Okay.
Wo dey no.
Okay.
Si dru kwasia da na dru fia da wo so wo beko.
Okay.
Say religion.
Na kwan wom say obi ye na dwuma wo no ujai ko wonye bi but uko encourage mo nya dwuma. Go mo so mo nya dwuma sa.
Why not?
Okay.
O say ye hihye mra no ma onipa, ya hihye nipa amamra.
Wow. Nti e wo ho kwan say o wa sorry dem no. O wa sorry dem no ujai na wo ye wa sorry dem no.
No ujai.
No ujai.
Na tenimu
ade hihye waso.
O tenimu on na check in ne ma na e bia o start no yi dia man we no ye man. And I person dey Orlando to problem. The money oye ya dey wuti.
We say me kan maka say Yakopon ko de wo be ya dwuma pa. Na wa ma ho kwan. Ko me ya me ya me ko no. now the Bible no chim now they say why am I kwan ati afa so anye yi
There's
no way
on can Bible masemo
oh so kutu
as one can one kutu he
obo ni ohihye mra di ma nipa wan hihye nipa amamra
enu wo fan
yesu enu ase
enu wan
Bible mfimfini obe
no can Bible masemo credit do and go pattern
I'm quoting Jesus Christ yesu enu ase enti dia bring for the quotation
bro
oui
na me foul self ye dwuma bi ma no na udre mi kakuku na ko fa Jonas so ba ya
no everybody should be
free danger you tell Franco Naro the 100 points 100 points no team has done that Gattuso Junior team order
okay Man City 100 points no
that season again
yes.
Okay the person just say team be ntimi yes I don't know
it's a record in the
the Man City net my
obiya na say Joe kasa sense
what you say yeah okay and you say mo share other stories and say about league matches now
say stories be full obiya na
younger matches
younger matches no yeah matches and those yeah but ntimi nyani nyina
and you know man is snappy
okay
man is snappy
you tell me na you can for
well you know me just say from Ramon Sanchez Tepejuan Sevilla airborne against FC Barcelona
yeah
after the exit of the two center backs of Team Efreno Sevilla no omo bre papa o share kwan America for so three omo boss the last game you don't remember the last time Sevilla bought 3 games na niema nko yesebio for the first time in many years in himself more than common scouting system no in just a week they have about 700 scouts almost we are seeing all over now come up fishing out for materials but Tanga Nwanzu and then Abranti Fenrique and Timia replace a year use Conde and Diego Carlos and no affected Team Fred Sevilla in the first 3 games of Timiabo let's tell listener Jesus Nevas Eddie bia but defensively Sevilla team is very weak. Fernando Rogers and Joan Jordan more protection but still it's not enough. Coach the Oliver Skip Ababeka the creative role na Papi Gomez the Rafael Meyer any Abrantia your friend Eric Lamela or anymore but ni nyina de no a anema enkoyi mfama Julio Lopetegi. Are they going to replace their 2 center backs in the game against Sevilla and I say Sevilla game no mo ba bebono omo be both different game because it's a big game against Barcelona. No more ba be say we a big game into ha no mo dey show omo redemption as e free against Barcelona na. Barcelona in the last 2 games, Genoa goes no mo dey tutun trani musa. And Robert Lewandowski are picking the form no after that porous first game out team enyae. Into a weakened defense against a Barcelona attack obia team a free scoring club in Barcelona from Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele or Pedri. Or moment food no obia team the ball eto atenem against a weakened Sevilla side at Ramon Sanchez Tepejuan. I feel no more best and name man abasa bekoso sa. So we share team na in the first game and in the second game omo win here. In the last game first half near by in the second half and soon and Rancheni be changing Niemum and Maniema Timikoye. We are only looking at how Javi will continue his lineup or stick it to Rafinha and Dembele again or Ansu Fati after changing the game for Barcelona will start this particular game and no one adia obieshe. But the free scoring Barcelona as against a weekend Sevilla, you know, me expect to say a game of goals. Sevilla beshe, but I'm expecting a win for Barcelona at the Sanchez Tepejuan.
Mark 2:27. Mark 2:27. Lawyer Adumako na edisa adi aba Accra. Kwale o why also na kwa sorry mo. Jesus concludes, quote, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath, unquote. We every lawyer Adumako Mark 2:27. Yeah.
And this one support.
One support.
Difference or more.
And you come out once more.
Why
did any serious one say you? Say you quote a popular quotation in the Bible, and you don't even know say a Bible must be.
I said no, I can't even fit the crowd. And penny for no moving come to me the tomb. And never must.
Now,
Rebecca.
Abranten so yare. Tino no one sorry. Orlando so
with any excuse. And then be our because every Saturday.
what the message you ba? The message be out
Maybe an answer about school on starting again.
Orlando with the me and be defend now.
You know, Rebet is 3 out of 3 omanya 9. Remade 3 almost 9 no de bo animu at the Santiago Bernabeu. Omo one team omo hamadu di pa. But no matter how difficult game no yellow, you na Madrid etimi awene. Ye Madrid against Espanyol and how almost his son near him Espanyol after that getting that equalizer. But still Madrid are looking back almost change game in the final 30 minutes Emmanuel Matimi echo ye the momo. They are on form and so I show more form now they've been consistent from last season at the best this season. Manuel Pellegrini team no so yeah juma pa. Now you know almost here one team almost maintain almost set up now for a very long time and they have options. So show almost team with Alberto Moreno, Oka Obidi said Rabiel, you talk about Gonzalez, Oka German Pezela, and midfield they will be missing the Portuguese international in William Carvalho and the game into Ombabo Guido Rodriguez and then Godado and almost 3 na Ejina Aglisias Echino and Mrantia, you know, almost sharp and almost very, very good. Sergio Canales, Nabil Fekir, and then Miguel Joami. These guys say Brantia. So when Yamrantia or Mobitimi a drum fin, no mom why dear. Omu ye very skillful, omu ye very fast. Na ball is switch on Beman Yamai in the amount. And so I show Iglesias up front, he has been scoring for team friend Real Betis. But do they have the defense to stop Karim Benzema and Vinicius Junior and only a Juma Manuel Pellegrini, an experienced man? Would beat him the Rome in this particular game. At the Bernabeu, you don't remember the last time Obi Kokoso an upset or a Kokoso a surprise or and with the current form of Real Madrid, I'm expecting Real Betis. So Omubema Real Madrid a good run for their money. But with their 2 key men up front, you know, it will be difficult to stop them. Again, I'm going in for a win for Team friend Real Madrid.
And this is the most difficult game in the Spanish La Liga this weekend.
I agree.
It's the most difficult. And my name is Sewashe. Head-to-head between Betis Sevilla and Real Madrid at Bernabeu. On the last 5 occasions, Madrid and winning 1 crowd. Omumumna winning 2. And yes, Madrid and winning Keku. Madrid team for a bomb point to net in the last 5 games at Bernabeu.
Okay.
And that's a Madrid home game. The last time Madrid beat them, it took Cristiano Ronaldo and Sergio what do you call it?
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos, 2 headers from them. And nobody making those 2 goals. And to me, sure as you'll be our bet here. And so you're very careful about this game. Especially the game coming at the time. Betis are on top form.
Okay.
Madrid omu boogie side to say pa yeka Betis Sevilla. Yes, to me ako Benito ako share Sevilla. But at Madrid, it's been very, very difficult for Real Madrid to beat Real Betis. Who person do seek ako share are very careful.
Right.
Yantuaso. So kwan be my be free Emmanuel Usu Doha Qatar, a special correspondent no. Na oko Lucille Stadium ho e ho na World Cup finals no. Ebobono FIFA I inaugurate volunteers program. This is a volunteer ho for World Cup no. Nti ebe ko ho nche na mrebe ma na Emmanuel Usu abo en ko kaka. Yes. Yes. Nti enya kwan ebe ko Emmanuel Usu Doha Qatar. Inti on standby in Chakra. And the Yantuaso na Kanufo no train.
Okay. Do you know I will share another big game in the Italian Serie A, AC Milan against my friend Inter Milan. Almost all share from the league table 1 point pen separated the 2. So all share Milan team no nasa all share on people and how they compare Inter because one say Milan team let me the J the Serie A. But nipa na oti bench no wa ye adwuma na wa ya ye ni ye nti se wo hwe Fikayo tomorrow ma omu omo wo hwe Pierre Kalulu ma omu omo wo hwe Simon Kaya mo after a very long absence isi Milan wo back in the last game omu omo but David Carabia one player what show consistency after moving from Atletico Madrid Theo Hernandez and in midfield after the exit of Frank Kessie to Barcelona, Ismail Benacer is back and is giving them a normal message for a very long time. Sandro Tonelli is a player what you say from last season to this season, you know, and the boss. Now, up front, Olivier Giroud, Ibrahim Diaz in the last game, Oshe and Monde Bonne Soeni, and you are talking about obi say Abranti friend Rafael Lioa, you know or TV so ya or team eto atlan in the last game. In Team Milan team no team coach na model very well. Nene results on Kwano, they play to a certain rehearsed partner. Stefano Pioli actually the Jumana Milan dia no league no win any fluke. Now watch your performance in this season. At was it almost the last game against Sassuolo don omo ntimi anche. But so watch Sassuolo side na a team are more talented players. When you give them space, you struggle to beat them. So we Inter Milan so this season more points than a team my friend AC Milan. And watch in terms of quality, they have it. Almost Antonio Cassano Aba because Abante Fe Alessandro Bastoni and he's overrated. And Crawford's son so do a ball now obono. And this game is likely some Messi Romelu Lukaku. But it is the same Inter team that played last season. The same team Antonio Conte winning, you know. Few additions per and Ababeka no Munka Conte team no. And as no Munka last season team no in Francesco Acerbi and Herrick Mkhitaryan. But none of these players are likely to start in this particular game. Omube go with their usual 3-5-2 with Skriniar, Di Marco, and then you are talking about the Vrij with Bastoni, Demfros, Nicola Barella, Hakanoglu, and they have Lautaro Martinez behind Abrante and Edin Dzeko in a 3-5-2 Omudi room. So watching in recent debut de la Madonnina, na Milan for any more debon Ewosro. And last season, no matter how our Inter for any start here, we say Milan for any back into a game, a game of equals. So what show more in recent times and the number of meetings or many in recent times. In the game, I say team ba acquire dominant at team ba acquire in watch team a very day no you know obenya that lack obetima prepare very well or obetima go all out and obey points for the 3 points obe show clear sense of urgency within the team you know on the team every ediko any side. So a game apart from the bragging right point is important. Say Milan eshe team I afraid Inter you know AC ababe san Inter to che team afraid AC omo twim e dey akọ 4 points. So points le ehia omusa fini start league in there and Juve for so pick up pressure be pally in any of them whoever lose this particular game until you expect the two coaches to conserve and hoping say what space be biano na general omo team the ball no e dey ato atrem e dey amount. But in most games Inter in recent times it was Milan energy league in the last season there. And if you look at the form of Lautaro Martinez, Pierre Carolo Muwe Jumaye on the Fikayo Tomori, and the only time I'll be Olivier Giroud out no, they know a hold on also the entran be Barbetum. It's again the two center backs of both sides now were Jumaye, so person who win this particular encounter. But it's a game that I think Inter Milan is starting game now as favorite.
But if you continue to do this to Orlando and his elders hear it, I can bet my last press that they will sanction him. I know our elders and the church very well. Please don't mention my name. Don't mention my name, General. Okay. Yeah, do you know how I say okay? Only the number of people are Maka almost that friend. I had a cracky jokes. I don't know from I'm telling you. Baby, we are not penny for that friend. None of somebody can I. Mamsewa. Yes, Tuntuno. Yes, I saw for the friend. So, was one more.
No, Uber cancel is
or some Pacani, and so your friends are.
Who's some Pacani, the Nanko.
All cookies a girl. Yeah, I was wrong.
So they
I say, now was it all church themselves? No, now, see if your video, no, what's so bad about coffee? Hey, I say, Alola, somebody before.
A friend.
Yes, Alola.
I'm glad to match it.
Yes, a friend. And I say, to us, do a grown idiot. I don't know, criminal, but I did a grown again.
I don't know how did you agree, you know.
Tell Alola,
Alola, you know. But yeah, Alola, Penny. Oh, sorry. The infancy, I'm funny serious, but if we're I'm funny serious and can't cry. What are you?
Oshama is more kafa only my canvas fellow.
Oh no, you try one team that me as a man with my government.
Sir, you open the dream like you want it. You know,
Now if you know that's what 120.
Evo.
120.
You're league
you're England.
So we can console one.
That's what.
Okay.
Everton a boy 11:30
Yeah, Everton.
A good same park. I have the noir, a Merseyside derby. Everton and Yamankoyi, but the last game against Leeds United, they played very, very well. Liverpool and Yamankoyi, but in their last 2 games, after giving Bournemouth 9, Obia last minute, a coin of so a team a friend in Newcastle United. Team Bianco be give up, but in the final minute, I'm continue and making sure some will put to pressure no the doorsteps of Newcastle defense and Fabio Carvalho in your goal at the moment.
Okay.
So Lampard start to lose this particular game there, then the supporters no more turn it, it's likely. So we lose bragging right and a crew now or some woman, almost a crew there. Then who are those supporters on West Akota Frank Lampard and Chibiu? Into a gamer, Everton for the who be shame in this particular game. Okay. And I'm expecting Idris Agana again after free Paris Saint-Germain and Abano. I'm best starting this particular game because one area Everton any problem this is in Pano, a midfield. Into almost the Onana, Tom Davis, and then Alex Iwobi, and a ball, and on the man Yaman Koyi in Famomo. They've been consistent goals. No bien second accord the Baba Church the Hoidia, Kanyama Beko Yediama. But in a pair with Milson Holgate, and then sometimes Jim Tarkowski and Yaman Koyi in Fama. Neil Peterson, you beat me IBR on him Kolinko. But again, the defense of Everton, General, Guswa concede. Macom Midfield no one and there's one player where you know for team your friend Everton, that is Abrantia, your friend Anthony Gordon, and not Chelsea penna. In the final minute, Mamma Siakai, and for team friend Chelsea. Okay. And Abrantia friend Demara Gray. Liverpool any more shit, and Luis Diaz, Mo Salah in the last few games is yet to score. But you know, sad games, almost soon himself and Yaman Koya, almost so. Manchester City ni Arsenal baby omonamo and Manchester United gradually are coming back. Chelsea will just love to hit the ground running almost started from today. The Liverpool and the Everton then say whoever lose this particular encounter any man ko yem fama. Say Lampard lose why it's likely say you know Hekra mo beja na kwan. Until Everton will go all out. You know it is a difficult game, difficult to predict, but me will GD say win beba. I think Liverpool the right personnel and the individuals are on betting me a change game na more winning.
What the anonymous texter said is very true, but with me, the Orlando is my social media name, not my real name. Okay. You know the Orlando filmmaker Ezodia Barano. Or say you are down for Holland.